Alright, we were at like 13 and 80%. Sorry, level 13, 80% of the way through that level on my rogue. And it was quick and easy. Did a couple hunt log entries and a fate. And we have the level 15 rogue quest, Stifled Screams, given to us by Jacques. We're in the Dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss in Limsa. I think lower decks, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, here we go. Ah, mercy, just the mort I was hoping to see. We've some nasty trouble brewing. The client's on his way, so sit tight and pay attention. I'm calling Underfoot and the Stray in on this as well. It'll be a right little rogue family reunion. Cutscene happens. Underfoot's here. The Stray saunters in with a great axe wielding human dude. Jack, the client's arrived. Our guest here has come from Maelstrom Command with confidential orders direct from the Admiral herself, so you know this won't be a simple job. The guy nods. He's got a iron helmet too. Covers from the eyes up. The top of the eyes up. I'm afraid your guildmaster speaks truly. 'Twas several days ago when an emaciated man stumbled into one of our camps seeking aid. Upon questioning the poor fellow, we discovered that he had narrowly escaped a life of slavery. He claimed that pirates had raided his village, abducting him and many others to sell on a black market auction block. We dispatched a patrol to confirm the tale and found the village almost completely destroyed. 'Twas a meager settlement without so much as a guardhouse. Thus did its unkind fate escape our notice until now. You'd think these pirates had never even heard of the code? Says Underfoot. I'm trying to get his voice distinct from the female voice of the Stray. It is a very cute name for both of them. Obviously, Underfoot. If I didn't tell you, Underfoot is a Lalafell. They're small. They get Underfoot. And then the Stray is a Makote, which is a cat lady. Stray cat. Yeah. Anyway. Pillaging honest coals and dipping their wicks in the slave trade? They're heading the right way for a good stabbing, says Underfoot. Aye, though it ain't set down in so many words. The code's notoriously unforgiving against those as raise weapons against the weak. After all, the first pirates in these parts were culls what was fleeing oppression in the northern seas. Ignore your history, and you risk becoming what it was you hated most. So you've a mark for us then, he says to the guy. That we do. From the descriptions given to us by the escaped villager, we've determined that these lawbreakers are members of the Jolly Merchants, a pirate crew in possession of an official privateering license. 'Twould appear, however, that privateering has been naught but a screen behind which to hide their illicit activities. One can only imagine how many other Lominsan citizens have fallen prey to these wicked slavers. And we've let it happen right under our very noses. Naturally, the Admiral desires a swift resolution to this ignominy, but merely tracking down those poor souls who would have already been sold is proving heavily taxing to our allocated resources. We could throw more soldiers at the problem, but that runs the risk of drawing the small folks' attention and inciting undue panic. Thus do we come to the Rogues Guild for help. We ask that you eliminate the Jolly Merchants and liberate the villagers presently in their custody, and that you do so with the utmost discretion. Jack nods. Consider it done. When those nasty coves will feel our short blades pricking into their backs, they'll enjoy but a brief moment of regret before the code is rightly enforced. All right, let's get to work. I'll be going after the Jolly Merchants myself. Underfoot, Vikebi, you two lend your skills to the Maelstrom's investigation and see what you can whittle about the calls what have already been sold. Mercy, you're coming with me. I think you're ready for the next step of your education. I give him a nod. Quest accepted. Alright, let's talk to Jack to continue. Shall we get after these slaving cutthroats then? Our client tells me that the Jolly merchantman set sail from Aleport a few bells ago. Oh, aye, that they might even board an Imperial ship or two, but that's just some mummery. they're putting on to amuse the Admiral's swads. I reckon the rest of the crew would be back on land, looking to snap the shackles on the fresh chattel. And just to prove my theory right, one of them jolly bastards got himself spotted creeping about the Ruffmans in Lower Lanosha. There's a Bene Cove over at the Morby Dry Docks by the name of Swearsant. So Sam W-A-R, Sam Y, Nancy Tom. Swearsant will likely know the full story. He's more of a shipwright than a rogue these days, but he keeps his glazes keen for the guild. Head over and have yourself a prattle, and I'll join you soon, like. My gear is crap. Okay, let's hold on a tick here. So Stifled Screams doesn't appear to give me gear. I am looking forward to having my throwing dagger. Jeez, it's been a long time since, yeah. Is it really not gonna award? Okay, if it's not gonna award gear, I'm gonna go buy some. I'll try to make it quick. I'll just get level 15 stuff. It'll be Hawker's Alley. And then Halcraft Supplier, I think? No, that's weapons. I think it's on the other side. Poor Orogo, you have been my steadfast companion for magery for the most part, because you're a black frog, but we'll do minion roulette. Wind up Herois. Is Herois one of the two? I think it is. Or maybe it's the female that became not Vanadil, Heidelin. I think it might be that, yeah. Disciples of War Gear, we'll try 10 to level, yeah. What do we got here? Is it all gonna, okay, there's Dex. Oh, that's what I already have. Okay, so not as quick as I was thinking it was gonna be. What do I need? For sure, body. Legs, feet, and then hands, really. But yeah, that's strength, vitality. They have a level 15. Actually, that's fine. I'll use the cotton shirt. And then hands. Okay, well, hands can wait a couple levels, and I kind of like this one better. Skill speed instead of, yeah. So we'll wait for that. Well, I'm gonna buy them, but we'll wait for put them on. Yeah, they have 2 levels to put them on. And then pants. My pants are currently level 1. But I've been surviving. Ooh. I don't know. I get one more. No, wait. Actually, wait. What was I looking at before? Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that's fine. The other pants allow me to put on materia, but that's fine. We're gonna run through this stuff so fast it's not even gonna matter. And then feet. Yep, cool. Thank you, good merchant person. Can't do those yet. Cool, alright. Oh, I don't think I updated my frickin' Thaumaturge gear after. I don't think I did. Shit. Anyway, Rogue has reached level 9 in gear. Do I have any... Ugh. Ugh. Whatever. I'll put them on. The bracelets do literally nothing for me. Intelligence and mind don't do a damn thing. And all these earrings do is Vitality 1, direct hit rate +1, and then their intelligence and mind. It's so sad. But whatever. Cool. Alright. So those are later, and then these are later for my thaumaturge. Cool. Alright, where are we going? Morby. Just gonna port over there, 159. My thaumaturge has food that was cheap as dirt. Wait, where is it? I have it here. Cheap as dirt, gives 4 spell speed max, 2 crit max, 2 vitality. And I haven't been using it. I got a stack of 99 for like nothing. I should just be using it. I could actually, I could even just use it. I mean, it would give me crit and vitality, so like I could use it here if I want to. I'm 99, so I'm never gonna run through it on, even if I level Summoner after this and blah blah blah. But here's a Swarsant, a Rogadin male, wearing like an apron and then pants. She's inspecting some cargo. Otherwise shirtless. I know what you are. What can old Swarsant do for you? Let me explain why I'm here. Hunting down jolly merchant slavers. Well that explains a few things. I was keeping an eye on the bustle about the dry docks, you see, when I spied an odd trio off in the distance. This rough-looking sod, one of your pirates, I'd wager, was prodding along another bloke and this poor skinny lass. I've seen whipped curs less miserable than the two being herded. Last I saw, they were headed south. If what you're saying about this slavery business is true, then that jolly merchant's not going to walk his charges all the way to market. No, he likely has a boat waiting for him. And if I were a slaver heading south, my vessel would be heading somewhere along the Salt Strand. That doesn't leave you much time. You said Jacques was on his way, yes? You best go on ahead and I'll point him in the right direction when he gets here. Am I being tricked? I don't know. But we fly on Argos, the Golden Pupper, west-southwest. I was actually literally just over here doing Morby moles as part of the hunt log, and then there was a really annoying fate right here where the jackals and there were some dodos. They kind of met here, and if you're over here, you're just slammed by both of them, and I had to run away for a little bit, and then over here is a better spot. And then came down here to take on some Kirkrins, and I think that was what I got to level 15 on. But we are kind of just at the water's edge here. We're gonna wait at a destination. Cutscene. I'm behind a bush, looking out over the water. Jacques comes up and joins me. Swarsant came through for us, eh? Now what do we got here? This one looks a charmer. I don't see yet. So we have a somewhat cowering Makot female and just like peasant kind of clothing, and then a more cowering human male, same clothing, and a couple of great axe wielding bandit looking types. Sodden move, I told ya. Me peg-legged grandma obbles quicker than you miserable sacks of shite. Or maybe you need another thrashing, is that it? You already forgot what happens when you try me generous patience? I'm sorry, but please, no more beatings. We walked as fast as we could, but we need food, water, says the lass. Then get in the boat and shut your traps. You'll get fed when we reach the other side. The other side? Where are you taking us? Are you challenging me or just plain daft? I told you to keep your bleating mouth shut. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Leviathan's scaly arse, she's weeping again. Listen, we're headed to Aleport, alright? That's where me and me shipmates gather to take stock of the merchandise and decide what gets sold where. You see, some buyers want only lads, while others is looking for lasses. As long as we keep these rich bastards happy, we make more coin than we ever did scrapping with the Empire's war galleys. Not that you care about that, I suppose. What matters to you is that you'll be loaded onto the Jolly Merchantman, sailed off to gods know where, and Limsa will be a distant memory. So if I was you, I'd fill that empty belly with one last big gob full of sweet Lanosian sea breeze. I'm sore tempted to put a blade twixt his eyes here and now, but that won't get the job done, says Jacques. No, we'll let him guide us to his mates in Aleport, then we'll mill the whole bloody lot of them. The jolly merchants will get their due, don't you worry about that. We're still hiding behind the bush. As they leave, they've gone. We'd best hurry to Aleport, unless you have a quicker way. There's a ferry what leaves from Candlekeep Quay. I'll meet you across the water, lass. I give him a nod. Aleport will be us doing a teleport. 231 Gil, I think it said. I forgot you kind of float into the air. Hover a bit. And then we head southeast. Oh, I forgot I have leave meets too. I can do those for XP too, but I haven't found needing to do that yet because I think the bonus XP from just being so much lower level than my level 100s is helping. But we're at like at the where the port turns to docks. That's where we're at right now. Jacques here. Mercy, that jolly merchant cove still with his captives. Seems they've taken a room under an alias. Hiding their operation in plain sight. Bold as brass, eh? Aye, but it's an old slaver's trick. See, even if some coal recognizes the merchandise, only a single handler gets boned. The rest of the crew just whistles all innocent like while their mate is marched off to cry cockles. And ye can bet they've threatened bloody murder for any prisoner what raises a hue and cry. Patience now, lass. We'll just wait until we're sure that all these blackguards have arrived. Meanwhile, you'd better sharpen your stabbers. We've a busy night ahead of us. I forgot to get daggers or dagger. Mine's level 10. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, talk to Jacques, and then it'll start an event that's gonna be level capped. Ready for the job then? Once the jolly merchants are all here, we'll ambush the swords and set their captives free. 19 cap on this event. Cutscene happens, or maybe we go straight into the event. No cutscene. That ought to be long enough. We'll just have to hope there ain't any stragglers. Listen closely now, lass. The merchants are disguised as plain old adventurers and have settled themselves in 3 separate rooms here in Aleport. How do we whittle which coves are the merchants? Easy. Take a look at the daddles. The daddles. Oh, that bingo swilling coal over yonder. Daddles means clothes. He's wearing lavender gloves, the exact same type what that nasty sod at the salt strand had on. That'll be how they find each other in the crowd. Of course, it's also how I whittled where each of the bastards was staying. Just snilch the hopeless glazes of the company they keep, and you can be sure you found your mark. So here's the job all laid out for you. We hit all 3 common rooms, mill the merchants quick and dirty like, and get those captives their bleeding lives back. All right? Oi! The storeroom door's been forced open. Some thieving sod's been at the ale, says an angry shout. The guy at the dock that we were kind of monitoring runs. A yellow jacket. Well, they can't have gotten far. Better get the lads and do a sweep of the port. Was that merchant cove gulping pilfered ale? You'd think they'd be doing their best not to draw attention to themselves, all things considered. Bloody oafs. So a yellow jacket is like a guards person here and in Limsa and the kind of territories. He basically took the place of that jerk that we were monitoring and was looking for him. I think this complicates things. And now we've got a swarm of yellow jackets buzzing about, looking for blood. If they spot us wandering around in the darkmans, I have a feeling they'll act first and ask questions later. It'd be best then if the patrols never even knew we was here. So stealthy. We'll slip as sneaky as we can into each of the common rooms and use them telltale lavender gloves to identify our marks. There's innocent coals in there as well, mine, so let's try not to stab any as don't deserve it, eh? I'm thinking we should head out one at a time to better avoid them yellow jackets, so I'll let you take the lead. After you, Mercy. Alright, I think my stealth is permanent. Our marks are behind the doors up ahead. Don't let them yellow jackets see ya. Please pardon me for about a minute. Like 24. Oh. I am doing my best to... It's one thing to do accents. That can take a little bit more mental focus to have the accents and have the words correct. Is another thing entirely when with the accents they also type out like the slang and apostrophes and like not only am I trying to say the words correctly, but I'm also trying to understand what they're saying in the slang. Whittles, I guess, is a word. They're slang for clothes for some freaking reason. I don't know. Anyway, actually, one more second here. Where'd that go? We'll call this 24. Okay. So we got some yellow jacket patrols, a Rogadin guy with a great axe, a Lalafell guy with a... I think all the yellow jackets have... Yeah, I think they're all great axes. We'll slip into this door for... I don't remember if this... Yeah. So... we got the pink gloves here on an axe-wielding adventurer, quote-unquote. Now, 15. Down. Unbind this person. Oh, thank you. Thank you. A little Lalafell cutie. She gives a curtsy. Alright, next door. Stealth past these patrols. I wish my stealth... it's funny-ish. It's funny-ish that it's all like... I'm just walking nonchalantly. Just my normal stride. In other games, when you stealth, you're like kind of down lower to the ground. And you're like... being stealthy, really. None of these guys have the pink gloves, as far as I can tell. This guy does. A little under the bindings on this Lalafell male. I'm free? My only tasks are really to free the captives. I have 2 more to go. We're almost all the way up the ramp. At the top of the ramp, there is I don't think I have to go up even further, but at this top of the ramp, it's kind of like the main level. There is another kind of spiral ramp. We might have to go up there. We'll see. Got 2. Oh, we don't. Two more bound people. The Makote lady and the more cowering human man. Stunned that big old cone attack. I'm playing a class now that is probably expected to stun during fights where things can be stunned or interrupted, so I'll have to pay attention. I unbound the man. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And the lady. I'm free? Oh, Jack came. That looks to be the last of them, and you didn't even need my help. Back into the shadows, lass. Alright, I'm already ahead of you, bud. Already shadowed. Hands off the merchandise, and no one cuts into our profits. There's a couple more. God, where'd these quotes come from? Get the stab and mercy. No problem, bud. There was 2 to start. There's 2 at a time. Duty complete. Jack's still at like 80% or higher. And we're kind of teleported back down to where we found Jack in the beginning. We have a cutscene talking to him to finish the quest. He's talking to a guard, a female guard. Not a yellow jacket, kind of... Is that a female? No, not be a male. Sorry, I thought I saw a ponytail. Not a bad night's work, eh, Mercy? The Maelstrom will be taking care of them poor culls what we freed, and I've made sure none of the merchants we downed are like to get up again. As for the jolly merchantmen, well, her crew can expect a visit from the Admiral's finest galleys, and it won't be for tea and crumpets on the poop deck. Right, me natty lass, our part here, and this is done. Time to head back to the sisters. The Macote lady comes up to us. Excuse me, are you the ones who freed us? Aye, was there something else we could do for you, miss? The Maelstrom swads will take you home if that's what you're worried about. Oh, no, I know. I just wanted to thank you. And she gives a little bow, like hand on her chest. If I may, there was one other thing I wish to tell you. Moments before you rescued me, that dreadful pirate was muttering into his cups. 'Twas something about another raiding party that hadn't yet made it back. I beg your pardon. It seems they've been hunting for slaves in western Lanosia, and being so close to Aleport, our captor assumed they were out rounding up chattel until the last bell. That part's in quotes. I just couldn't bear the thought of anyone else suffering as I have. Please, is there naught you can do? There certainly is, miss. You just get yourself safely home and leave this stray pack of jackals to us. I will pray for your success. Thank you again. So much for savoring a victory pint. I'll send word of this development to Underfoot and Stray. We've some well-earned trade for the last of these jolly merchants. By the by, how's your throwing arm, Mercy? I think it's time I learned ye how to fling a proper blade. When you're out in the wide open roughlands, you often find the need to sting a cove from a distance. And I'm sure a canny lass like yourself will figure out all sorts of uses for a well-thrown dagger. Just keep it in mind for when we hunt down the rest of them slavers. I've been waiting for this. We get Throwing Dagger and 2880 experience points, and Stifled Screams is complete. We get our little animation where we learn a new skill, Throwing Dagger. I actually honestly have been waiting for this. I do usually my thrown weapons are middle mouse button. I also have shift middle mouse button. I also have control middle mouse button, which is, God, what do I use that for? It's been a while. Wait, you already have another quest for me? Oh, hell yeah. Cool. Oh, this one gives gear. Well, fuck me. I just spent all that time getting gear. Because you suck, dude. You suck. Whatever, it's fine. I'll get Mug, and I'll get a new knife. So that's at least something I can just get. You suck. I'll just take the gil. Take 100 or 300 gil, that's fine. Anyway, that is the end of this quest. I'm going to make a video for this next quest right away. I will see you soon for that one. Bye-bye for now.